Have you ever had a moment where you bent down to pick something up and felt a strange ache in your lower back? Maybe you brushed it off. I'm just tired, you thought. Or maybe you've noticed your posture shifting slightly, your shoulders rounding forward, or your energy not bouncing back the way it used to. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of women, especially those who've spent decades taking care of others, wake up one day and realize something subtle, yet powerful, is happening. It's not just age. It's not just fatigue. It could be something far more fundamental. A quiet, invisible decline in your bone density. You see, while the world applauds women for being mothers, caregivers, professionals, and warriors, what often goes unnoticed is how, underneath all that strength and resilience, their bodies are slowly changing. And the sad truth is, most of us don't even see it coming. Because bone loss doesn't scream for attention. It whispers. Until one day, it roars. What if I told you that the decline in your bone strength doesn't start at menopause, but as early as your 30s? Yes, long before the hot flashes, night sweats, or mood swings, your bones are already beginning to lose density. Gradually. Silently. The process is natural, but what makes it dangerous is how few women know it's happening. During youth, our bones are in a constant state of renewal. New bone replaces old bone, maintaining strength, structure, and resilience. But around age 30, that balance begins to shift. The breakdown starts to outpace the rebuild. And for women, especially during perimenopause, this decline accelerates dramatically with the drop in estrogen. Now, let's stop for a moment and think about what that really means. Think of the bones not just as a structural part of your body, but as the foundation of your quality of life. Your spine supports your posture. Your hips stabilize your balance. Your ribcage protects your lungs. Your bones are not just there to avoid fractures. They are your freedom, your energy, your confidence. But here's the hard truth. Most women don't learn about bone loss until it's already causing problems. That subtle ache when lifting grocery bags. The way your knees feel weaker when climbing stairs. The constant tiredness deep in your joints. And we're taught to brush it off. It's just age. I need more sleep. I'm out of shape. But what if those small signs were your body's quiet plea for attention? In our busy lives, it's easy to miss these messages. We prioritize everything: kids, careers, relationships, before ourselves. And the healthcare system isn't always our ally either. Health campaigns are plastered with images of smooth skin, flat bellies, and shiny hair. But they rarely show a woman standing tall and strong in her 60s, with bones that support her vitality. They don't talk about what it means to breathe easily, to walk confidently, to live without fear of falling. They don't talk about bones. At least, not until they break. And even when bone health is discussed, the advice is often incomplete. Take calcium, they say. And yes, calcium is essential. But there's a missing piece in the puzzle. One that could change everything. A little-known vitamin that doesn't just support your bones. It directs the traffic of calcium. Without it, calcium can go rogue. It can end up where it shouldn't, like in your arteries, increasing your risk of heart disease. That vitamin is vitamin K2. Think of calcium as bricks. Necessary, strong, foundational. But without an architect, without a blueprint, those bricks might be laid in all the wrong places. That's where vitamin K2 comes in. It acts like the body's construction supervisor, making sure calcium gets delivered to the bones and teeth, and not left to harden inside blood vessels, joints, or soft tissues. But here's the kicker. Most women have never heard of it. And even fewer are getting enough. That's not your fault. Vitamin K2 is rare in the modern Western diet. It's found in fermented foods like natto, a Japanese dish few of us eat, aged cheeses, organ meats like chicken liver, egg yolks, and butter from grass-fed cows. And in a world of low-fat, fast-paced, highly processed meals, K2 often disappears completely from the menu. Even women who believe they're eating healthy, salads, smoothies, grilled chicken, may unknowingly be deficient in this vital nutrient. And without K2, the calcium supplements you're taking could be doing more harm than good. So, what's the solution? Awareness is the first step. The second is intentional nutrition. That means incorporating K2-rich foods when possible, or when needed, using high-quality supplements. There are two main forms of K2 used in supplements: -4 Malawian kwaches and -7 Malawian kwaches. Both have benefits, but -7 Malawian kwaches has a longer half-life in the body, which means it stays active longer, offering sustained protection. Most experts recommend between 90 and 200 micrograms of K2 per day. But as always, if you're taking blood thinners or heart medications, it's crucial to talk to your healthcare provider before adding any supplement to your routine. But let's be honest, supplements alone won't fix everything. There's a bigger picture at play. And part of that picture includes movement. Did you know that your bones are living tissue? They respond to stress, to pressure, to motion. Just like muscles, they adapt to how we use, or don't use, our bodies. When you engage in weight-bearing activities like strength training, walking, yoga, or Pilates, you're not just toning your muscles. You're literally telling your bones, stay strong, stay dense, stay alive. On the flip side, when we sit for hours, move minimally, or avoid resistance, our bodies interpret that as, strength isn't needed here. And so the decline continues. That's why a sedentary lifestyle is one of the biggest, most overlooked threats to women's bone health. And it doesn't take extreme workouts to reverse the trend. Just 20 to 30 minutes a day of intentional movement can begin to shift the trajectory. Not just for your bones, but for your posture, your balance, your confidence. You don't need to be a fitness expert. You just need to start. Because every step you take, every squat, every breath in downward dog, that's you building a future with fewer limitations. That's you choosing mobility, vitality, and longevity. And here's the beauty of it all. It's never too late. Women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and even beyond have reported incredible transformations. Not just in bone density scans, but in how they feel. They walk taller, sleep better, move more freely, and most importantly, they no longer live in fear of their bodies failing them. Let that be your story too. Don't wait for the wake-up call that comes in the form of a fracture or a fall. Don't wait until you're told you have osteoporosis. This moment, right here, right now, is your opportunity to act. So, what can you do today? White heavy checkmark. Start by learning your risks. White heavy checkmark. Evaluate your lifestyle habits, nutrition, activity level, sleep, and stress. White heavy checkmark. Consider adding K2 rich foods or supplementation to your daily routine. White heavy checkmark. Prioritize movement. Walk more. Stretch daily. Add some resistance. White heavy checkmark. And most of all, start treating your body like the vessel it truly is. A home for your spirit, your strength, and your future. Because when you nurture your bones, you're not just preventing disease. You're investing in freedom, in resilience, in the ability to run, to hug, to dance, to live, without hesitation or pain. And I want to leave you with this final thought. Before you were a mother, a partner, a professional, you were a woman. And a healthy woman, standing tall, grounded in her power, is a force of nature. You deserve that strength. Not someday. Today. If this message touched you, share it. Share it with a sister, a friend, a coworker, any woman you care about. Because we rise together. And when women support each other in health, we change the world, one strong step at a time. Leave a comment below. Tell us how you're supporting your bone health. Share your challenges, your wins, your questions. This is not just a video. It's a space to build community. A place where women come to reclaim their strength, from the inside out. Because aging is not a curse. It's an evolution. And with the right knowledge, the right tools, and a little vitamin K2, you can age with power.